Hello everybody, my name is MeHow and welcome to my list of Fallout 4 top 8 coolest weapons. At number 8 I got a gun that can kill even with a feather duster. The junk jet can use any junk as ammo and kill with it, from a pillow to a bowling ball. It can be found at the bottom of the ArcJet Systems building at the table in the rocket control room. When you reload the weapon, it will open a transfer screen and you can load an unlimited amount of any type of junk from your inventory. The weight of the junk will count against your weight, but you can load the junk jet with something weightless, like pre-war money. While it's cool to use some really weird junk as ammo, this weapon does only deal 40 damage, and even with the ignition modification and the heavy gunner perk, it sometimes really feels like you're hitting your enemies with pillows. A cool thing about the junk jet is that you will be able to pick up 90% of the ammo that you fire at your enemies. So if you put pre-war money as ammo into the junk jet, you will find a lot of cash next to the fallen enemies that you can recollect. Though there seems to be a bug where the used ammo will hang in the air where you hit your enemies and you won't be able to collect it. Overall, the junk jet finds a spot on this list because I really find it cool when you blow an enemy's head off with something funny like a telephone. It looks cool and bizarre, but because this weapon isn't too strong, I cannot put it higher on my list, because you might get frustrated trying to kill your enemies with this low damage, slow firing weapon. At number 7 is the Alien Blaster Pistol. It can be found southeast of the Oberland station. You just need to go over this hill where you will find the UFO crash site. Next to the alien spaceship you will find green blood on the floor. You'll need to follow this blood trail north of the cave where you'll find a very weak alien. If you're not too quick, he will get up and fire at you with his alien blaster. You can pick up this Fallout 4 alien blaster together with matching 442 rounds for it from the dead body of the alien. With a base damage of only 40, this blaster isn't too powerful. Even on normal difficulty, you will need a few shots to kill a young mongrel. The good thing about the Alien Blaster is that it has a high fire rate of 100, but that means that you probably will chew really fast through the limited ammo you found. You can modify this gun with a long barrel for better range and accuracy, with a sharpshooter grip for better recoil, and add a scope to this gun. You can also change the ammo type from the alien rounds to fusion cells, which you will have to do if you want to use this blaster for a longer time, because you won't be able to find any ammo besides the initial 442 rounds on the dead alien. But changing the ammo type will only result in 1 point reduction to the damage output. With the Gunslinger perk, the Alien Blaster Pistol does some really nice DPS. It shoots in silence and can be a lot of fun to play. One downside of the Alien Blaster is that its shot has a low projectile speed, so shooting a moving enemy on longer ranges is quite difficult. But overall, I got this gun at number 7 because finding an UFO and using an alien gun that turns your enemies into blue ashes is, in my opinion, a cool thing to do, and I had a lot of fun playing with it. At number 6 is the Gumma Gun. Fallout 4 story is placed in post-nuclear war Boston, where radiation is a frequent enemy. Having a gun that generates a radiation wave and kills with it really fits the story and is a rare thing in other games. The Gumma Gun can be found in a few places. Probably the best choice is Kingsport Lighthouse in the northeast part of the map. The lighthouse will be defended by Children of Atom, all of them using a Gumma Gun with the matching Gamma runs for it. Gamma runs are rare in the game but can be bought from various merchants, though they are quite expensive. The basic form of the Gumma Gun deals 100 damage plus an additional 23 AoE damage. Please note that radiation damage is best used against humans, since other creatures like super mutants, ghouls or deathclaws will either have a high radiation resistance or will be immune to most of the Gumma Gun's damage. It also has a short stun effect that will push the enemies back when hit. While the initial damage isn't too high, the Gumma Gun can be improved greatly. The electrical signal carrier antenna allows to charge the weapon for an additional electrical damage. The deep dish modification improves the range and radiation damage greatly. Plus the Gumma Gun's damage can be doubled just with 2 levels of the nuclear physicist's perk. Since it has explosion damage, it will also benefit from demolition expert perk. While not officially described as a pistol, the Gumma Gun also benefits from the gunslinger perk. With all the modification and perks, this gun does a crazy amount of damage, but it's on my Fallout 4 cool weapons list, not because of the high damage, but because the radiation wave it fires look cool. The gun has a knockdown effect that sometimes sends the enemies flying back on killing blows, and because the concept of a weapon that kills with radiation isn't common one and in games, and so it has a unique feeling. At number 5 I got the Broadsider. This is basically an old ship cannon that can be fired from the hip. You'll get this weapon as a reward from Captain Ironsides after completing the quest Last Voyage of the USS Constitution. To start the quest, you will need to go to the USS Constitution at the west part of the map and talk to the robot Lookout. The Broadsider fires a rare cannonball which fortunately can be bought from merchants. Its base damage is 108 and it fires one cannonball that is muzzle loaded each time. This cannon isn't very accurate and the DPS is very low, but with VATS you can make even long distance shots. Of course, the Broadsider really feels cool when you blow some enemy's head off or shoot a leg off that will still stand after the enemy falls dead. The VDSG catalog description of the Broadsider is also very cool. The Broadsider is the answer to the old age question. Would it be fun to walk around and shoot people with a portable naval cannon? Yes, it will. This weapon makes my list because I agree with the VDSG description. It's cool to shoot a portable naval cannon. At number 4 on my Fallout 4 coolest weapon list is the Deliverer. To get this silenced pistol, you need to start the Road to Freedom quest by following a red brick line from Boston Commons to the Old North Church and join the railroad. There you can start the Tradecraft quest with Deacon, for which completion you will be rewarded with the Deliverer. Now, why do I have a silenced pistol as one of the coolest weapons in Fallout 4? It's because most weapons in Fallout 4 are bulky, crude, dirty and look like they were made from some scrap metal. The Deliverer, on the other hand, is small, slick and elegant. It looks like a gun from another game or from a James Bond movie. The cool factor of the Deliverer improves greatly if instead of some heavy armor you put on a clean, nice suit. You can go even farther and change your face so it looks more like that of James Bond, or shave your head to make it look like that from Hitman games. The Deliverer is a silenced pistol that greatly benefits from the sneak playstyle, allowing you to get these huge Ninja and Mr. Sandman sneak damage multipliers. Sneaking around in a suit with this silence killer that only requires 1 or 2 shots to kill makes you feel like James Bond, and this is why it's so high on my cool weapons list. At number 3 I got a weapon that isn't small or silenced. It's the big and loud Big Boy, a unique version of the Fat Man, the portable catapult that launches mini nuclear bombs. This weapon can be bought at Diamond City Market from Arturo, but it's not cheap, since without any perk it costs 14,000 bottle caps. The Big Boy's unique perks allow it to shoot 2 mini nukes at once, but only 1 mini nuke will be used from your ammo stack. This double nukes shot makes this weapon the highest damage weapon for a single shot in the game. The Big Boy can be also modified with the MIRV launcher, which divides a mini nuke into 4 even smaller nukes, so altogether you will shoot 8 small mini nukes per one shot with this version of the Big Boy. With this modification you cannot shoot straight at your enemies because the nukes will explode instantly in front of your feet, while using VATS will will prevent that. With the MIRV modification, the range of the big boy gets reduced a lot and you won't be able to hit far away enemies. So to make this modification work, get to high ground, launch the shot at high angle at a not too far away enemy. And if you're in range, I do not think there is anything in Fallout 4 that can survive such a shot from a fully perked big boy. This weapon gets the number 3 spot on the cool weapon list because launching nukes is a lot of fun. It deals crazy damage, but most importantly, these nuke explosions are so cool and nice to watch. At number 2 I got the railway rifle. It's basically a nail gun made from a pressure cooker. It can be found in the southeast of the map at Big John's Salvage in an underground shelter. To enter the shelter you will have to follow the cable leading to it and first turn the power on to enable access to the shelter, but it will lie on a table. It has a high base damage of 120, which can be doubled with the rifleman's perk. It shoots the railway spikes, which can be also bought from merchants. Fortunately, there is a high chance to recover the railway spike ammo from your dead enemies. After killing them, search their body and pick up the railway spikes again. Since the railway rifle is built using a pressure cooker, it will often make a sound similar to that of an old pressure cooker whistle. The cool part about this weapon is that the spikes will stick out of the enemies where you hit them, their head, kneecap or chest. Additionally, you have a high chance of detaching clips with this gun, most famously killing enemies by detaching their heads and spinning the detached head to the structures behind your enemies. Overall, this gun gets my number 2 spot because I like the sound it makes, the spikes that stick out of the enemies and the flying heads that this gun will pin down to walls. While my top 3 coolest Fallout 4 weapons were very close on my list, in the end I decided to crown the 2076 World Series baseball bat as the coolest Fallout 4 weapon on my list. It can be found in the southeast of the map in the Jamaica Plain Town Hall basement. While using a normal baseball bat to kill your enemies is already cool, and Fallout 4 furthermore displays this well with the bloodied bat after killing your enemies. The 2076 World Series bat is even way cooler because of its special ability. It has a chance of sending your enemies flying like you would hit a home run. While the base damage of this bat is quite small, it can be upgraded with modifications such as adding chains, razors or blades to the bat. Additionally to that, you can further upgrade the damage with the Big Clicks perk and strength attribute. Seeing your enemies get thrown in the air after a hit is cool, especially since you will hear a short round of applause whenever that happens. But doing that at cliffs is even cooler, since your enemies will fall far away. That is for this video. I hope you liked my list. Please remember that this is just my personal list and it's very subjective what's cool or not. If you think other weapons are way cooler, let me know in the comment section. Thanks for watching, check out my other Fallout 4 videos and please subscribe. Take away with just one body shot on survival difficulty almost all HP from a behemoth, one of the strongest monsters in Fallout 4, and a headshot with one shot kill him.